Hi guys, and welcome back to the Air Weapon channel. Today I'm going to try and shoot through 11 water bottles, 5 litre water bottles, from 20 foot away on a full tank of the Umarex Elite Air Sabre X2. And also going to do an FPS test. Even though it's like 0 degrees here and the ground's still frozen, it does actually feel warmer in the air. So hopefully we'll get some better readings. It is full up. It does look like it's dropped 2 bars though, just from being out in the cold. But yeah, we'll give it a go and see how it goes. And not only will we be doing that, I will also shoot the Cobra adder as well on these. We're going to try the 15-inch bolts on the same test and see what the difference is in the penetration between the small ones and the big ones. So first up, I'm going to shoot these 2 arrowheads. This one weighs 27 grams and this one I think weighs 24 grams, but I'll reweigh it anyway. So I'm just going to do 2 shots from this, and then if the water bottles survive it, I will try one of these as well. So first up, I think, is going to be the spiral one. So let's give him a go. Actually, I'll load them both up. Right, so he's loaded. Let's get to the shooting. Oh, and for those who was wondering how I was putting steel in, I was using steel bars like this. They are literally exactly the same size as the inside depth of the arrow, the adder bolt. So just take the ends off, put it in, get your line, cut it, glue it, then stick it back in, put the nocks back on, and you've got a 47 gram weight arrow if you get the same steel as this. Right, so let's get to the shooting. Oh, and one other thing, I'm having problems with this bloody brand new Insta360 camera already over there. It's keeps freezing and crashing, so I'm not going to rely on this test for that camera. So my only other decent one, I'm going to be aiming at the bottles as well. So the camera that's facing me might be a little bit glitchy because it's an old GoPro, so sorry if it is. Right then guys, chronograph is set to 27 grams, which is the weight of the first arrow I'm going to shoot. 20 feet away is also going to read the dual test at the same time. So hopefully I don't miss because I got no sights on you at the moment. Didn't bloody read. Did go through all the through 4 or 5 of them bottles. That was quite a low reading. 74 joules. I know half of them bottles are frozen, but it didn't make it all the way through. It only made it through half of them. So let's try the adder. I'm going to try the adder with a bodkin tip and a standard tip. First up, we'll shoot the bodkin tip. Oh man, I've got to rely on this shitty fucking scope now. $271. So now I'm going to try a 15 gram bolt. So let's go and have a look. Oh my god, you're never gonna guess what, guys. I actually shot that bloody Cobra adder bolt straight inside the air saber bolt. Come on, have a look at this. Look at that. I literally shot the adder bolt straight inside the air saber bolt. Right, so basically, for some reason, they all seem to be penetrating roughly around about the same distance. So I'm not sure if that's because the first 4 water bottles were half full of ice. I don't know, but I'm going to try now with the same arrowheads on one on the air saber, one on the Cobra. So I've shot 3 shots out of here. No, 2 shots out of here, sorry. Well, actually 3 because one was a dry fire. And surprisingly, we're only 1/4 of a bar down. So theoretically, this should be matching the power of the crossbow now. So, as you can see, 1 bodkin tip on here, 1 brawhead on here, sorry. Let's see what the penetration is on this. 268 FPS, which is pretty similar to the adder. The adder is 271. Let's put him down here. So the adder has a 15-inch bolt with exactly the same steel bowhead. Yeah. Oh, with that arrowhead, I was only getting 236 FPS, so did make a difference. All the ice in here, see, solid. So this is why we're not getting full penetration. See here, solid block of ice. And this one, solid block of ice. That one's half melted. And then the same again, solid block of ice. So if they wasn't solid blocks of ice, you know they'd make it all the way through because you've seen the adder make it through 11 of these bottles before. So it's actually crushing up this ice. So yeah, it's not too bad. The water bottles have been out here frozen for such a long time. But as you can see, I know the air saber did make it all the way through the one frozen one here. But so did the adder. There's the adder tip there. Chucking that solid chunk of ice. So I'm actually quite surprised that they're both producing the same amount of penetration. See, look at that for a shot, guys. Look at that for a shot. Straight through, straight into the air saber arrowhead. I'm not sure if this arrow will be safe to use again now, but that's a good shot. So even this made it through 2 full frozen ice bottles, 5-litre bottles of ice, and through the water. Yeah, arrow survived that very nicely. So these 15-inch arrows, the red ones, for the adder with these tips on, are doing exactly the same depth penetration as the air saber, and to be fair, they're not that much bigger. So that's pretty interesting. Let's give it one more go on the frozens. These are just all pure ice now. Right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot one of these on the adder, and I'm going to shoot a razor blade one on the air saber. I personally think both of these arrowheads are going to break on the ice, as they are just razor blades. But let's see. We'll go for that adder first. We got 236 FPS from that bowhead. Let's try with the air saber. Looks like that made it through all the ice. Clean cut, straight through. That was pretty impressive. So the air saber actually went through every single bottle then and stuck in the wood behind. So I think that's our readings on that one done. Let's get the TV out. Take a look then. Basically, that bowhead with the blade made it through 1, 2, 3 icy ones, and just about stabbed the last one. Is stuck in there. Alright guys, so and it come out intact, which was surprising. And this time we did actually go through every single one with the air saber with the red razor blade bowhead. Here we go, and that's in one piece too. So there's your exit wound, clean through. Not bad. So it is actually going through all the ice as well, which isn't too bad. They've survived. So far, every single arrowhead I've shot today has actually survived. These ones here have really impressed me. I was expecting them to explode. But they survived the ice test. Now, this air rifle is a 2.2 air rifle, shoots at 500 FPS if you use these two pellets. If you use these pellets, you get 600 FPS. Let's see what he does against the ice bottles. Just want to see the comparison. So, by the looks of it, we may have gone through. Let's try the bottom side where we know we got no ice penetration, because I don't think this can make it through. So a 228 rifle shooting at 600 FPS cannot even make it through one water bottle. There's your lead pellet here at the back. Almost made it out the other side. And to be fair, that is 5 litres of solid ice. So it did make it almost all the way through. But big difference in a crossbow arrow, isn't it? Big difference. Just want to do one more ice shot. And then we'll get the TV8. I made it through all of them by the looks of it. And it also made it through these ones behind too. This time it broke the arrow head, snapped the blade off. Let's have a look over here. So we've gone through them 3 ice, and then we've gone through 1, 2, 3 with that big gap there like that. And he's come out the end here, but somehow he's lost his head. Oh, found his head. So here we go. That's pretty impressive considering that's 15 litres of ice they're going through all together there. 3 5-litre ones. Let me just do one more with the adder. Well, I heard icy impact. So the adder, literally, there he is, sticking out the other ones there. So he's gone through these there. He's proper put a massive gaping hole in that one, look. Crushed the ice like a slush puppy. Same as that one. And this one. And there he is. So he's gone through the gap and the 4th one and the 5th one. And he's literally poked out the end of that one. And the arrowhead has survived. So the air saber obviously produces a lot more energy, but the other arrows, if you use these long ones, are not that far off behind it, which is pretty impressive. So it's getting dark here now, temperatures dropping back below minus again, the ground is freezing over again, and you guys probably can't see me much with the light in here. So hope you enjoyed today's one, and as soon as the weather gets better and the summer comes, we can do some proper cool fucking videos then. But for now, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all again